Good afternoon. It has just gone afternoon here, so I picked up on that. It's 12:05. It's going to be a really hot one today here in Wollongong. We're going to get up to 33, or that's what my weather app says. Whether or not that's true, I think in a couple of hours that's what we're going to reach. So I'm down in my craft room where it's nice and cool. I might go for a swim later, I think. I haven't ventured outside yet, so I don't know what the temp is right now. But I think we're getting our last bit of summer. I just have a feeling summer's going to make one more appearance before we get our beautiful autumn weather. So wherever you are, I hope you're having a great day. I've got some things to show you. First of all, a couple of reminders. If you're watching this live or on the 28th of February, which is today that I'm recording it, 2025, this is the last day of celebration. So the celebration brochure is this one. There are also some additional items on in the online store, which you can have a look at. They're catalogue items which have a different item code that you can add to your order when it qualifies for a free item. A $100 value order will attract a free level 1 celebration item. So don't forget to look there as well. If you have got all of the things that you want from here, there is more. But you have until 11:55 this evening online if you're placing an online order. If you want to place an order via phone or email, you'll need to get that to me by 5 p.m. this afternoon. That's the cutoff. They are my office hours. But the online ordering, of course, is available until 11:55. So that's the first thing I wanted to share with you. We're going to be playing with Storybook Moments today. That's one of the new suites in the current Mini Catalogue. It's on page 23. You'll see some beautiful project inspiration and ideas on that page. And then on the following pages, you will see all of the products that are available in this suite. So you can buy it as a whole suite, or you can get the products separately. It's really up to you. I'm going to flip the camera around so that you can see my catalogue. Here we go. Okay, so hopefully that's visible to you. So I'm live on my Facebook page. I'll be posting this on YouTube. Facebook is changing the way they do things. If you've done a live video and you've uploaded or you've posted it to your Facebook page, it disappears after 30 days. So to get around that, I've been doing this for a while. I always upload my videos to my YouTube channel. And so you've just got to search for me, Vanessa Webb, Stampin' Up YouTube, and you'll find my YouTube channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe so you don't miss out. I will be uploading all of my Facebook Lives to there, as well as a couple extra videos that I do here and there. And there is also down the bottom of each video a recipe or an explanation, some handy hints, but also the list of products that I've used for each project. So just let me go through this suite collection with you in case you're not familiar. It is an entire suite, which there's 2 bundles. I think this is one of our largest suites in the catalogue. 2 bundles, 2 lots of designer series paper. One of the designer series papers is actually 12 by 12. This one's 6 by 6, the timeless plate. But the 12 by 12 Storybook Moments specialty designer series paper is down the bottom. And you might be thinking, well, why is it specialty? Reason being is that it contains 2 sheets of die cuts or die cut images. So you can use these little images on your scrapbook pages, on a little tag or a card. I have been using, because I don't have any of the stamp sets or the dies yet. I'm thinking I'm adding them to my wish list. But these are actually already die cut for you, and they are all coloured in, obviously. So super quick and easy to use on your projects, and you'll be able to just pop some dimensionals on the back or adhere them to your projects however you want. So we'll be using those today. Also using the other side of some of the designer series paper because that's a little bit plainer and nice to sort of layer on top of. We've got some beautiful ribbon. which is petal pink ribbon, 3/8 inch. It's like a scalloped edge on there as well. It's very pretty. You've got some antique pearls, which I'll be using today. And over the page, you'll see some beautiful ideas on how to use this. So we've got some examples of how to colour in the line art stamps, which are in these stamp sets, and the matching dies cut around the shapes of the stamps, which is great. So here they've used the pencils and the blends. You can also use a water painter. It's got an example of how some of the dies work, and you've got the opportunity to sort of create a little scene with these as well. So yeah, I love the ideas that they've presented here. And then even over the page again, 28 and 29, you've got some little hints and tips on how to use the dies in particular, because there's an inside and an outside of each die. So you've really got two dies in one. It's amazing. And they of course coordinate with the designer series paper. One of the designer series papers actually has different sections which you can cut out and use as background to a focal point on a card. So here's some examples of cards that I've created. I don't have greetings on these yet, but just thought I'd show you the die cuts and this page, which you get two of, which actually divides up into about 12 or 14 card fronts. And you're good to go. So all you've got to do is put a focal point, or you could even just stamp a greeting in the middle of some of these. And they're gorgeous. They're designed to go with the dies, as well as, just be cut out and used on a card like that. So the papers are gorgeous if you haven't discovered them yet. All right, I'm going to dive right in and show you what we're making. We've had a few babies born in our church recently. And I wanted to create a card which could be suitable for a baby card. And I thought the word congrats would be appropriate for that. Let me find my word. Here we go, congrats. And I've got my frame. So I should say too, I'm using the Bright Borders stamp set, which coordinates with this new punch. Let me just remind myself what it's called, because it does come with a bundle, which I am not using. I didn't purchase it as a bundle because I thought this stamp set was a little bit more versatile for me. But you could get the bundle, and you could also get the other stamp set that goes with the punch if you wanted to, because there's actually two stamp sets. Let me just flick through. You can have a look at the pretty pages as I go. Because, it is a beautiful punch. It's a brand new shape, and there's lots of different things that you can do with it. It's quite fun. You can actually make little tags with it. You can, use that part as a tag topper, for example. You can use it as is. You can make the punch area a little bit smaller. So here we go. Here is the bundle that you purchase the punch in. So it's called the Hugs for Love bundle, and it's got To The Point label punch in it. But if you flick over to another section of this catalogue, you've got a standalone stamp set here, which is on page 58, and it's called Bright Borders, and this is the one that I got to match my punch. So I bought the punch separately and this stamp set separately. But as I said, you've got a choice. You can get the bundle and then get this stamp set later if you'd like to add it, and know that it's going to coordinate with the punch that you've already got. Okay, so that's what I'm doing for my greeting. I might start off by doing my greeting first. I'm going to stamp and punch out a greeting. I'm also going to emboss this greeting. So I've got some, I'm trying to remember the name of this cardstock. It's one of the older in colours. I'm just going to go and grab it so I can tell you what it is, because it's one of my favourites at the moment, and I still want to call it Summer Starfruit, but it's not. It's called Wild Wheat. There you go. There's the matching Stampin' Right marker. Wild Wheat. I should remember that name. Starts with W. And yeah, it is a gorgeous colour, and some of the designer series paper in the Storybook Moments will coordinate with it because it is the same colour. In fact, if you have a look at the colours down the bottom of the front page of the suite, which is page 23, there is Wild Wheat. We've got Calypso Coral, Old Olive, Lost Lagoon, Boho Blue, and Pecan Pie as well. All right, so I'm going to stamp in Versamark, which is obviously our lovely sticky ink, which we use for embossing. It's really important to keep your Versamark pad inked. If yours is looking a little bit like that, that just shows how much you love it. Mine is still working fine. If it goes a little bit stiff and hard and is not picking up the ink when you re-ink it, it's time to get a new pad. But mine's still going strong, so I'm living with it and enjoying using it. I'm just going to put, I do have a tray, but I'm going to use my card, so I don't have a lot of things just handy and nearby today. I'm just going to put some gold powder on here, and then that's ready to heat. This is a beautiful little frame. It's just one of the patterned border frames in the Bright Borders set. So you've got a vine, you've got one that's a little bit more intricate with flowers. So you could watercolor that one. And this is the one that we're using. Lots of little greetings to use. And there's my congrats, which I will be using for this card, as I said, because it's going to be a baby card. This whole suite is gorgeous for scrapbooking babies and for baby cards, baby greeting cards and tags. Just make sure that's melted. Beautiful. Okay, so here we go. We're going to slide it into the punch and just make sure it's up the right way so that it will punch out. You just want to line up particularly those 2 points there. It's looking pretty good. Let me just line it up this way. Okay, I'm going to punch that out, and there's our greeting. Now we're going to put the greeting this way because we've got a larger area to stamp our congrats, and I'll do that separately. You don't want your ink, you don't want your Versamark ink to dry, so that's why I'm doing them separately. I could have done it all at once, but we'll go with this today. So there's your congrats, and I'm just going to shake a tiny bit of the powder over the top, and then we'll shake it back in. And we'll go again. As long as you've got the wand or the heat tool facing away from your fingers, you won't get burnt fingers. How pretty is that? I love the gold on the Wild Wheat. I think that is quite stunning. All right, so we are ready. There is a little bit more embossing. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put my greeting where it will be, just down the bottom of the right-hand side of the card. And I'm just going to line it up so that I can stamp my 2 flower images. I want them just peeping out from behind that piece that I've punched out. So I'm just going to use my buddy, and I've eyeballed it so I know pretty much approximately where they're going to end up. So there's my first one, and I'll swing it around this way and I'll stamp my second one about there. There you go. All right. Beautiful. So when we're putting our greeting on, you'll see these little flowers. These are also obviously from that stamp set. Really nice little spray of flowers. That'd be a nice background as well. You could even just use Versamark and stamp them on any colour cardstock and they'd look gorgeous. So I'm gonna stick that flat on my card. So it's not gonna stick up too far, but the thing I am going to raise is my little, I think he's a little squirrel or a chipmunk. I'm not sure what he is, but he's very cute. There's lots of different little critters on here. It reminds me of a mix of Beatrix Potter, Bunnykins, and all of my favourite childhood characters that I grew up loving. I used to love looking at the pictures in my books of those little critters. And I was, definitely a big fan of Beatrix Potter. We bought that for our kids too when they were little. Bought the whole collection. I'm going to use some of these mini dimensionals, which I'll just put on the back of here so that okay, and I'm just going to sit him so that you can see the word and also the flowers. There he is, gorgeous. And all I've got to do now is just stick this front bit to my wild wheat card base. Oops. You can see the other side of the DSP now, which is just gorgeous. The plainer side reminds me a little bit of damask wallpaper, which is just beautiful. There we go. So there's the wild wheat DSP stuck to our card base. And now all we need is some embellishments. So these embellishments come in 3 sizes. You'll find them, they're actually part of the suite, as I pointed out. So you can get them standalone, or you can get them as part of the suite. If you're wanting to earn a celebration item, for example, you could get the Storybook Friends bundle and add 1 or 2 of the embellishments, and same with the Storybook Garden Patch bundle. You could add the papers, you could add whatever you wanted to make it up to your 100 or 200. The entire suite collection, of course, if you're wanting to get everything, will earn you 2 free celebration items or 1 of our level 2 items, because you're spending over the $200. So remember, if you've got this on your wish list, now is a great time to get it before the end of celebration. It will still be available, but you just won't get those extra freebies. So good reminder. Many of our suites, if you're adding just a couple of extra things, will add up to a qualifying celebration order, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to pop couple of these here, just randomly. Got the 3 sizes, just to add a little bit of a sparkle. What they will do, these pearls, they're a little bit iridescent, so they pick up whatever color you put them with. So you can see here they're looking a little bit wild wheaty. With this other card that I've created using one of the other frames and the little flourish, I've used that top and bottom. You can see that there, that one there. I've used that top and bottom. I've embossed that as well. And I've said thank you for this one. And this is the little mouse in the teacup, very cute. But you can see how they look a little bit blue. They look a little bit Lost Lagoon in colour. These ones look more like wild wheat. So they will pick up whatever colour you put them with. And they are gorgeous. So if you haven't got some of those you need to grab some. They're great to have in your stash. I like the neutral embellishments because they will lend themselves to being used in all your projects. Depending on which colour you're playing with, they're going to go with it. Okay, I think that's it for today. Thank you for watching. As I said, I'm going to upload to YouTube. I will have my list of ingredients down the bottom. And don't worry if my videos disappear from Facebook, you'll still be able to see them on YouTube. And I'll put a reminder out about that once that time comes around. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.